Hello everyone. Today we will solve a few most important MCQs on our Indian Evidence Act 1872. Okay, so those who are preparing for All India Bar examination this year, this video lecture will be very helpful to you all. Okay, so without any further delay, let's start today's session. Okay, see the first question is our law of evidence is options are lex telinins, lex fori, and lex loci solutionis, and lex citus. Okay, so the correct answer would be our lex fori. Okay, so the correct answer would be our lex fori, that is law of the land. Okay, सो ओके नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखिए थिंग्स सेड ओके कुछ भी थिंग्स कोई भी चीज़ बोला गया है और डन किया गया है बाय कॉन्स्पिरेटर इन रेफरेंस टू द कॉमन डिजाइन इज रिलेवेंट अंडर विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग सेक्शंस. So options are section 12 of the Indian Evidence Act, section 6 of the Indian Evidence Act, section 10 of the Indian Evidence Act, and section 8 of the Indian Evidence Act. So the correct option would be our option C, that is सेक्शन 10 ऑफ द इंडियन एविडेंस एक्ट. ओके कॉमन डिजाइन के बारे में बोला गया है. सो इन दिस केस ऑप्शन सी वुड बी द करेक्ट आंसर. ओके सो नाउ गोइंग टू नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखिए क्या है. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज अवर ए कन्फेशन कोई भी कन्फेशन मेड बाय ए कॉन्स्पिरेटर ओके इन्वॉल्विंग अदर मेंबर्स इज रेलिवेंट अगेंस्ट द को कॉन्स्पिरेटर. ओके को कॉन्स्पिरेटर jointly tried with him and is admissible. So, which of the following correct options are correct? Under Section 8 of the Indian Evidence Act, under Section 10 of the Indian Evidence Act, under Section 30 of the Indian Evidence Act, and both A and B. So, the correct option would be option C, that is option C, that is under Section 30 of the Indian Evidence Act. Okay, under Section 30 of the Indian Evidence Act. Okay, that means tried jointly. So in this case, option C would be the correct answer. Okay, now moving to next question. LEB is governed by which of the following sections? Options are Section 6 of the Indian Evidence Act, Section 8 of the Indian Evidence Act, Section 12 of the Indian Evidence Act, and Section 11 of the Indian Evidence Act. So the correct option would be option D, that is Section 11 of the Indian Evidence Act. So plea of LEB इधर क्या दिया गया है? Plea of LEB. Plea of LAB. Okay, so yeah, this has been mentioned under which of the section? So under section 11 of the Indian Evidence Act. Okay, so now moving to next question. देखिए नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन क्या है. ट्रांजैक्शन एंड इंस्टेंसेस ओके रिलेटिंग टू राइट एंड कस्टम आर रिलेवेंट विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग सेक्शंस. ओके सो ऑप्शंस आर Section 6 of the Indian Evidence Act, Section 8 of the Indian Evidence Act, Section 13 of the Indian Evidence Act, and uh, Section 10 of the Indian Evidence Act, and Section 13 of the Indian Evidence Act. So, right and custom के बारे में कहाँ पर mention किया है? So this Section 13 would be the correct answer. So in this case, option D would be the correct answer. So option D is the correct option. Okay, now moving to next question. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखिए क्या है. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज अवर सेक्शन 13 ऑफ इंडियन एविडेंस एक्ट अप्लाइज टू विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग. ऑप्शंस आर कॉर्पोरल राइट, इनकॉर्पोरल राइट, both corporeal and incorporeal right, and neither A or B. So the correct option would be option C, that is both corporeal and incorporeal right. Okay, so now moving to next question. Next question is our सेक्शन 13. ओके सेक्शन 13 ऑफ द इंडियन एविडेंस एक्ट. ये एक्ट क्या है देखिए. ऑप्शन सर is confined to public right and does not cover private rights. Okay, is not confined to public right and covers private right also. So in this case, the correct option would be option B. ओके दैट मीन्स सेक्शन 30 में क्या बोला गया. सेक्शन 13 में सब कस्टम एंड राइट्स के बारे में बोला गया है. एंड दैट कस्टम दैट मीन्स जैसे कस्टम ओके कस्टम्स एंड राइट के बारे में बोला गया है. ठीक है, and that right, okay, that right covers private rights also. Okay, private private rights also. Okay, so in this case correct option would be option B. Okay, so option B would be the correct answer. Okay, now moving to next question. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखिए क्या है. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज अवर इन ए रेफरेंस मेड ओवर a disputed matter to a third person. Okay, the declaration so made by that person shall be an evidence against the party making a reference by virtue of which of the following sections. Okay, so the options are uh, making reference of by virtue of the which of the following. So section 17 of the Indian Evidence Act, section 19 of the Indian Evidence Act, section 20 of the Indian Evidence Act, and section 21 of the Indian Evidence Act. So the correct option would be option C. So the correct option would be option C, that is section 20. Okay, section 20 of the Indian Evidence Act में क्या गया है, यही रेफरेंस के बारे में बोला गया है. ओके, नाउ मूव टू नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन क्या है देखिए. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखिए. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज अवर communication made without prejudice are protected under which of the following sections. Options are under section 22 of the Indian Evidence Act, under section 23 of the Indian Evidence Act, under section 24 of the Indian Evidence Act, under section 21 of the Indian Evidence Act. Okay, पहले दिया है 22, 23, now 24 and 21. So communication made without prejudice are protected under which section? Under section 23 of the Indian Evidence Act. So in this case, option B would be the correct answer. Okay, now moving to next question. कन्फेशन. ओके, अभी कन्फेशन के बारे में बोल रहा है. देखिए, कन्फेशन कॉज्ड बाय इंड्यूसमेंट, ओके, थ्रेट और promise, okay, is contained in which of the following sections. Okay, so options are section 24 of the Indian Evidence Act, section 25 of the Indian Evidence Act, section 26 of the Indian Evidence Act, section 27 of the Indian Evidence Act. So the correct option would be option A, that is section 24 of the Indian Evidence Act. So in this case, option A would be the correct answer. Now we to next question. Next question is our section 24 of the Indian Evidence Act applies to which of the following? Okay, so options are when the inducement, threat or promise comes from a person in authority, when the inducement is of temporal kind, when the inducement is spiritual or religious. So ये तो नहीं होगा. So the correct option would be हमरा both होगा A and B. That means only A and B. So in this case, option D would be the correct answer. Okay. So now moving to next question. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखिए. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखिए. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज ए कन्फेशन मेड टू ए पुलिस ऑफिसर. ए कन्फेशन मेड टू ए पुलिस ऑफिसर इज इनएडमिसिबल. इन एडमिसिबल, अगर कोई भी कन्फेशन पुलिस ऑफिसर के सामने दिया जाता है, देन दैट कन्फेशन विल बी इनएडमिसिबल अंडर विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग सेक्शंस. ऑप्शंस आर section 24 of the Indian Evidence Act, section 25 of the Indian Evidence Act, section 26 of the Indian Evidence Act, section 27 of the Indian Evidence Act. So the correct option would be option B. That is, in this case, option B would be the correct answer. Okay, now moving to next question. देखिए. ओके, देखिए. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखिए. नेसेसिटी रूल. ओके, नेसेसिटी रूल इज सॉरी एज टू द admissibility of evidence, okay, is applicable when the maker of a statement, okay, options are देखिए is dead, okay, dead and has become incapable of giving evidence, ये होगा, right, is a person who can be found but his attendance cannot be procured without unreasonable delay or expenses, and next is a person who cannot be found. So all three are correct. Okay, so in this case क्या होगा, in this case option D would be the correct answer. Option D would be the correct answer. Okay, the correct answer would be option D. that भी necessity rule है जो हम लोग का, तो ये admissibility of the applicability कब होगा? कब होगा? जब जो मेकर ऑफ द स्टेटमेंट, जो जब मेकर ऑफ द स्टेटमेंट अगर डेड होगा और अगर इनकेपेबल ऑफ गिविंग एविडेंस, एविडेंस देने के लायक नहीं है, है कोई भी वजह से, और इज ए पर्सन हु मतलब जिसको ढूंढा जा सकता है, हु कैन बी फाउंड बट हिज अटेंडेंस कैन नॉट बी प्रोक्योर्ड, उनको मिल मतलब वो व्यक्ति मिल सकता है लेकिन उनका उनको लाके हाजिर नहीं कर पाए, कर नहीं सकते, सो विदाउट एनी फर्दर डिले और एक्सपेंसेस। ओके, सो इन और लास्ट है, इज ए पर्सन हु कैनॉट बी फाउंड, अगर कोई भी ऐसा व्यक्ति है जिसको ढूंढ नहीं पाएंगे, सो इन दिस केस क्या होगा? इन दिस केस नेसेसिटी रूल अप्लाई होगा, ठीक है। सो इन दिस केस ऑप्शन डी वुड बी द करेक्ट आंसर। ओके, ऑप्शन डी वुड बी द करेक्ट आंसर। नाउ मूविंग टू नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखिए, अंडर सेक्शन 32 ऑफ द इंडियन एविडेंस एक्ट ए स्टेटमेंट ऑफ ए पर्सन हु इज डेड इज टू बी एडमिसिबल। ऑप्शंस आर must relate to the cause of his own death, may relate to the cause of someone else's death, may relate to the cause of his own death or someone else's death, and both B and C. So the correct option would be option A, that is must relate to the cause of his own death. Okay, section 32 it's all about dying declaration. Section, okay, जैसे सेक्शन 32 क्या बोल रहा है ऑफ इंडियन एविडेंस एक्ट? इट्स ऑल अबाउट डाइंग डिक्लेरेशन। ओके, डाइंग डिक्लेरेशन के बारे में बोला गया है। ओके, सो इन दिस केस ऑप्शन ए वुड बी द करेक्ट आंसर। ओके, नाउ मूव टू नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन। देखिए नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखिए, द पर्सन हु स्टेटमेंट इज एडमिटेड, ओके, अंडर द सेक्शन 32 ऑफ द इंडियन एविडेंस एक्ट क्या होगा? देखिए, मस्ट बी कॉम्पिटेंट टू टेस्टिफाई, need not be competent to testify, may or may not be competent to testify. Only A is correct and B and C are incorrect. So in this case, option C would be the correct answer. Option C would be the correct answer. Okay, option C would be the correct answer. Is which of the following section of Indian Evidence Act 1872 contains provision regarding cross-examination and re-examination witness character? Options are Section 142, Section 140, Section 139, Section 141. So correct option would be option B, that is Section 141. So here the correct option would be option B. So now on to next question. This is the next question and the last question. Okay. Uh, which of the following is not correctly matched? Okay. Options are hostile witness, section 154. This is correct. Burden of proof as to ownership, section 110. This is also correct. Refreshing memory, section 139. This is also correct. Professional communication, section 124. This is incorrect. Okay. That is, professional communication has been defined under section which? Under section 126 of the Indian Evidence Act. So, so the correct option would be option D. Okay, option D. So in this case, the correct option would be option D. So this is for all today. If you liked this lecture, please like this video and subscribe this channel. Okay. In this video, I have already started MCQs on various AIB law subjects. Okay. For example, I have already started MCQs on Constitution, CRPC, BNSS, and so on. So if you don't want to miss any of this lecture, please subscribe this channel. Okay, thank you. Thank